Religion is an organized system of belief and worship that centers human existence on gods, deities, or other metaphysical concepts. It's merely a construct of mythical consciousness, a blend of ritual, entertainment, magic, and a fantastical reproduction of reality, nothing more than a fictional lack of real life. Throughout history, humans have crafted and shared stories that often spanned over 2 millennia, utilizing manipulative and persuasive techniques to spread their beliefs. Today, all mainstream religions have transformed into powerful institutions that hold immense influence over millions. These organizations subconsciously manipulate their followers' beliefs, thoughts, and behaviors. Religious institutions prioritize their own interests, seeking to accumulate wealth in massive temples built for their worship while deceiving their followers. The power of religion can be seen in its capacity to unite but also to fracture, as history is replete with wars and conflicts waged in the name of faith, leaving countless lives shattered in their wake. Therefore, religion acts as a dual-edged sword, a source of comfort for some while simultaneously serving as a tool for oppression for others. The roots of religion can be traced back to distant human prehistory. Early humans attributed inexplicable phenomena, lightning, hurricanes, earthquakes, to higher powers. This contemplative nature of humanity birthed religions across various civilizations. Initially, these beliefs centered around animism, where plants and animals were revered. This evolved into polytheism, as gods embodied natural elements like the stars and waters. Eventually, we see the emergence of monotheism, where a singular supreme being is worshipped. This development of monotheistic belief systems led to the notion that a single creator, God, designed the universe and is self-sufficient, governing all domains. However, monotheistic systems have tended to be exclusive, leading to the purging of other gods from the collective consciousness. This exclusivity is evident in dominant religions like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. It is believed that these religions originated from the ancient beliefs and practices of civilizations such as Babylon and Egypt. So, as time has progressed, so too have religions. They evolve, sometimes fading away, other times splintering into various traditions. This phenomenon can be likened to the process of human evolution. Just as mankind adapts and changes, so do belief systems. Over time, each civilization developed its own religious practices that shaped its worldview, and the followers of each religion diligently spread their teachings, aiming to convert others. However, it's essential to understand the dual nature of these beliefs. On one hand, religions like Christianity and Islam have inspired immense love, unity, and compassion. Yet, astonishingly, they have also been associated with violence, wars, and oppression in their pursuit to assert dominance. These religions' profound teachings elevate the idea of a higher power, a God who transcends our earthly existence. However, this lofty perspective can sometimes misunderstand one's place in the world. Therefore, followers experience a disconnection from their worldly lives, embracing a belief system that ultimately diminishes the significance of their existence here on earth. This mindset creates a rift within individuals, leading them to adopt a worldview that prioritizes blind faith over reason. Such a mentality can foster an unhealthy fanaticism that often results in social divisions. While religion can offer solace, especially during challenging times, it can also introduce unnecessary stress, especially when it hinders access to mental health support. Proponents might insist that life is incomplete without religion. However, the history of humanity showcases the discord that belief can incite. From severe racism and sexism to each faith creating its own us versus them mentality, religion continues to be a source of division in various forms. Take, for instance, the argument reinforcing the notion of chosen individuals versus the immoral others. This sectarian view fosters conflict and hatred, where one group feels justified in believing they are superior based on divine selection. Coupled with male-centric representations of deities, creates a long-standing schism among humanity and a disconnect from the natural world. Now, Let's reflect on the struggle for freedom in the face of religious tyranny. Freedom challenges the often oppressive nature of religious ideologies, emerging as a rebellion against divine masters. The idea is clear: if people submit to an omnipotent authority, they may feel shackled in their pursuit of individual autonomy and understanding. In this context, those who claim to be mediators of God's will, such as popes, priests, or prophets, can maintain an influence that may dictate societal norms and behaviors, often leading followers to act without question. This is a significant conflict within religious practices, the challenge of questioning authority versus the blind acceptance of traditions. Each conversation about the impacts of religion has the potential to unveil truths that can lead us toward a different perspective. As we delve into the complexities of how religion shapes beliefs, we need to examine the concept of the fictional heavenly master more closely. At the pinnacle of every religious hierarchy is this master figure, often envisioned as God. This entity, imbued with absolute power, wields control over all and operates without accountability. Besides, God requires his marketing propaganda agency to supply him with believers. Such a portrayal raises profound questions about the nature of authority in the lives of believers. Religion, in its quest for power, dictates personal beliefs and takes a firm grip on public opinion. Many religious organizations have forged alliances with political systems, becoming formidable societal forces. This interplay creates an environment where critical thinking is overshadowed by dogma, leaving many to relinquish their freedom unknowingly. So, individuals become unwitting prisoners in their minds by choosing to believe in a fabricated reality. In forming these belief systems, religions have built intricate frameworks of rules and laws intended to direct behavior and instill a sense of purpose. The aim is to fixate believers on a singular obsession, often for the benefit of the institution rather than the individual. Selling this vision allows these organizations to profit financially and spiritually. It's crucial to recognize that the very foundations of these beliefs were constructed by men with motives that often prioritize profit over spiritual enlightenment. But how does this persuasion work? The birthplace and social environment frequently predetermine a person's faith. A child born into a Muslim family is likely to adopt that identity, just as a child born in a Catholic community will follow suit. This deterministic approach means that people often accept their religious identity without question, like programs woven into the fabric of their upbringing. Many followers struggle to recognize the dualistic nature of faith. While institutions often emphasize only the positive aspects of religion, such as community support, moral guidance, and spiritual solace, there is a much darker side, as well. History is rife with atrocities committed in the name of faith, just because they have a different belief system. Those blindly adhering to these doctrines often overlook the negative impacts that arise, allowing a significant part of societal history to be forgotten or ignored. Moreover, believers frequently avoid scrutinizing the authenticity of their faith. Instead, they cling to long-standing doctrines without reassessing them. This lack of self-awareness stifles personal growth and understanding of spiritual freedom. Additionally, it can be attributed to the manipulative structures of religious institutions that enforce their beliefs onto followers, solidifying an unshakable grip on their convictions. The question they face concerns their beliefs and their understanding of freedom. What implications do their faith and the structures of authority around it have on their ability to live freely? So, it's time for us to peel back the layers of these institutional beliefs and confront them with the truths beneath. The journey towards spiritual liberation and a deeper comprehension of existence begins now. There's so much more to uncover as we seek clarity amidst the complexities of these intertwined concepts. As we navigate through the shifting landscape of belief, it becomes clear that the upcoming new age, the age of Aquarius, heralds significant changes. Religion is increasingly seen as outdated, with many intellectuals and free thinkers stepping away from dogma. The sacred narratives that once dominated our understanding have failed to keep pace with our growing knowledge, leaving many people questioning their relevance. Human consciousness is evolving, and with it comes the realization that religion's rigid hierarchy can stifle advancement. While ordinary people may cling to religion as a truth, those who seek wisdom recognize its deception rather than its spiritual due. So, in this transformative era, we can expect significant repercussions. The age of Pisces is concluding, and with it, the layers of illusion that have long clouded our perceptions. The next century may witness a radical decline in established religious structures as humanity seeks a more authentic connection to nature and the cosmos. Ultimately, we are called to embrace our inner spirituality, drawing from our own experiences rather than the doctrines that once held sway. The future encourages us to believe in ourselves, paving the way for newfound understanding.